Hello, 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 and welcome. We are officially live, welcoming you to Own Your Mortality, have a conversation with your family, Sunday Lives. It has been some time, so we appreciate you being patient with us and welcoming us back. We hope that this is finding you well this Sunday. As everyone gets an opportunity to get on, we're also going to have an opportunity to welcome all guests, taking an opportunity to welcome Pastor G. Lamar Stewart, who is the founder of Tailor Made Opportunities. So I'm going to be tapping into some interesting topics about the work that he has done recently in the community ongoing, but also talking about opportunities for conversations amongst our families and what we can do, of course, additional in the community. So if you do not have a family member there next to you, we encourage you to go and get a family member. These lives are definitely family friendly. This is about ensuring that on Sundays, at some point in time, whether it is physically and or virtually, that you have an opportunity to have a conversation with someone in your family, even if it's simply just to say, I'm simply thinking of you. So we welcome you here today. Pastor G. Lamar Stewart, we hope that your Sunday is well. And I know that you are super busy, so we appreciate your time with us today. Um,
Thank you so much for the opportunity to be on the meeting. I'm certainly glad to be here.
Thank you. So, welcome, 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 everyone, giving you all the opportunity to tap on here with us today. Get a friend. We are not going to take too much time. Again, want to share some upcoming resources that are available in the community this week to help make a difference. Um, so, let's see if this pops up fully. All right. So as we get started, wanted to take an opportunity to, of course, share some information about the guests that we do have here with us today. And we are trying to, of course, make sure that this is across all platforms. So we are live here on Facebook, or live on Instagram as well. But I'd be remiss if I didn't share with you that we have Pastor G. Lamar Stewart, who is serves a couple different hats here, but just sharing a little bit about him. He is associated with the district attorney's office. He's also, like I said, the pastor of Tailor Made Memorial Church. He is the founder of Tailor Made Opportunities, which is a nonprofit organization that is here in Philadelphia, that is geared towards males, but specifically also not only males, but providing some resources as well to young ladies here in the community, but specifically targeting areas that are affected by gun violence, targeting areas that are considered to be the underserved population, but also taking a different approach. Not only does he bring awareness to the gun violence, but he's saying, okay, we know about the gun violence, but how do we get in front of it? How do we slow it down? How do we prevent it? But also, how do we provide some resources to the community? So at this time, I do want to give the floor to Pastor G. Lamar Stewart to tell us a little bit more about tailor-made opportunities, but also just to share my connection with Pastor G. Lamar Stewart is honestly just being a part of programming that specifically is on the ground and active in the community. These are physical events, not only virtual events for the community, but actually putting things together to say, stop the violence, increase the peace, but also provide resources to the community. So, Pastor G. Lamar Stewart, I would like to give you an opportunity to share what exactly is Tailor Made Opportunities and what are you currently doing at this time pertaining to those young men?
Certainly. Thank you so much, Amina, again for the opportunity to be on. As mentioned, my name is G. Lamar Stewart Sr. I have the pleasure and privilege to serve as senior pastor of Taylor Moore Baptist Church in Nicetown, Tioga, section of Philly. Our nonprofit arm is Tailor Made Opportunities. I've been a pastor of Taylor for 13 years this September, but we launched Tailor Made Opportunities in December of 2021. And the mission of Tailor Made Opportunities is to prevent and interrupt the cycle of violence and poverty here in the city of Philadelphia through mentoring, advocacy, development, and education. So MADE is an acronym for mentoring, advocacy, development, and education. We have 4 programs that we're currently operating out of our nonprofit. One is a program called The Village. We partner with 4 schools here in the Philadelphia area. During the school year, we're in those schools uh, 1 to 2 times a month, engaging with about 20 to 25 students through a healing circle with other partners, both academic partners as well as community-based and faith-based partners, really creating the village within the context of the school. And the focus is healing and trauma care. We meet with the same students in those schools, certainly to build rapport and to help young people who are impacted greatly by violence, by poverty, by the root causes of violence. And so that's one of our programs. Our other program is our Made Men Leadership Institute, which is our mentoring program. We have 15 young men who are part of that program. We meet with them at our facilities in Nicetown every Tuesday, as well as one Monday out of the month. In fact, next month, July, we're taking them on a cross-country trip to LA, a road trip across the country, just to get Black young men out of North Philadelphia for the summer, to expose them to something outside of Philly, to just open up their eyes, open up their horizons, and to expose them to something beyond what they see each and every day. We have a program. Third program is a tailor-made blessing, which is a victim support program. This program is geared towards supporting co-victims and co-survivors, rather, of homicide around the holiday season. For Thanksgiving and Christmas, we adopt. Last year, we adopted 15 families. This year, we'll be adopting 30 families and having a pre-Thanksgiving dinner for those families. And then each family will be adopted by one of our church partners for the Christmas holiday. And then finally, one of the programs that we're running right now, which is Corners to Connection. Corners to Connection is our violence interruption program. Every February and June, we go out on the streets with a couple dozen Christian leaders and advocates, and we spend our evenings from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. on street corners throughout North and Northwest, as well as South and Southwest, or rather West and Southwest Philadelphia, engaging with men and women who are on street corners or corridors, many of them who identify with groups that are committing violence in the city. And the 5 pillars of Corners to Connection is healing, harmony, hiring, housing, and hope. And the goal is to create alternatives to those who we come in contact with. At the end of each month that we're out there, we have a wellness and employment fair. And this coming Wednesday, we'll have one at 52nd and Market in West Philadelphia. And then we'll have one on Thursday at Broad and Alney Terminal. Whoever we met during the month, we have encouraged them to meet us at the terminals to connect with employers and other service providers. And then the last night, we're closing out with the one-night community revival. This month, it will be held at the Canaan Baptist Church in Germantown. Reverend Dr. Alan E. Waller will be the revivalist that night. And so we're excited about the work that we've been able to do, and hopefully, we can touch some lives along the way.
Absolutely. So if people are asking what exactly or why exactly, like you said, are you doing Corner to Connections, or why are we speaking about the topic this month about not only preventing, but finding out ways to interrupt the cycle of gun violence, is because in June, it is actually National Gun Violence Awareness Month. So, as Pastor has shared, not only has his organization, but some other organizations have been very intentional, specifically this month. But even to share a personal testimony of actually being a part and actually hitting those corners or streets with Pastor G. Lamar Stewart, I can't put into words how phenomenal what you're doing. Also a different approach of what you're doing. A lot of times, like you said, as we are speaking to the community, or we're asking youth, or we're asking family members, what exactly can we do, or what do you need help with, or what is the source of the cycle of gun violence, we're identifying that it's the lack of resources, it's the lack of knowledge. So a lot of times, yes, it's great for us to keep saying, put them Jones down. It's great for us to keep saying, yes, violence causes more violence. But this program, I must share with you all, is life changing. I mean, these are literally individuals that are taking their time every single day for the last 30 days for 2 hours, and they're literally going to some of the most dangerous areas in the city. And they're simply also just saying, we're here. We're here. We hear you. Not only do we see you and we hear you, but here's some opportunities. So, as Pastor G. Lamar Stewart was bringing to his attention, that I wanted to share that this upcoming Wednesday and Thursday, it is huge. There are two huge job fairs that are taking place here in Philadelphia. They're hiring on the spot. They're doing interviews on the spot. They're also allowing a different area to kind of have resources. And that area is also encouraging people who have been affected by not only maybe gun violence, but some maybe other criminal charges or things. So to even have an opportunity to say that this job fair is felony friendly is something that's huge. I know that when last week, when going out and providing resources, the first question that is being asked is, hey, well, will they even talk to me? Will they even offer me a job? So I believe, as Pastor says, that these are real life resources providing to the community, but even an option to say, hey, we're telling you to put the guns down, but we're also not providing you something to switch those guns. We're finding out that in the community, they're expressing that one of the reasons that they're out and they're robbing, or they might be doing some things that are not so positive, is because they're simply trying to feed their family, or they're not able to get a job because they do have a record. So wanted to take the time to, like I said, highlight that this upcoming Wednesday, just confirming again, that is at 52nd and Market. And then on Thursday, it's going to be at Broad and Alany
from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.
for 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Also taking the time to make sure that, sorry, Pastor, go ahead for it.
We are tailor-made Philly. We are
tailor-made Philly. Sorry. Let's update that for him to make sure that you guys are following, you guys are staying in contact with Pastor for the upcoming events that he is having. Additionally, one more question that I do have for you, if we can leave and make sure that the community is looking at this kind of in a different light. If speaking to the youth that are on here today, or speaking to the parents of the youth that are on here, what is one thing that you can leave with them that you feel is an opportunity to interrupt and prevent the cycle of gun violence?
Certainly, particularly as we're entered into the summer months, I think is important for parents to know that there are resources and outlets, whether it be mentoring programs or programs that are doing conflict resolution, and other resources available to parents. Sometimes parents who, particularly single parent homes, where you have a parent that's, or guardian, that's just frustrated because they feel like they're out of resources. Tailor-made opportunities may be an option, or maybe we can connect with some other grassroots organizations that are doing tremendous work. I can name a few. If you're in South Philly, Unity in the Community, Anton Moore doing terrific work. Grown, which is gaining respect over our own worst nights. Another community-based organization run by a gentleman named Donnell Drinks and Donite Jones doing phenomenal work. I mean, there are Taj Murdoch, Men of Courage in Nicetown, doing phenomenal work. There are organizations, and we're just doing our part, but we certainly salute the women and men who are on the grounds. And so reach out to us if you're a mom or if you're a young person and you need help, you need some type of connection. Let us either be that resource for you, or let us help guide you in the right direction.
Thank you. That was very helpful. We did make an update, so make sure also in the chat, Pastor did drop in the chat as well, but making sure that you are following We Are Tailor-Made Philly so that you can stay updated. He is posting flyers just as reminders and things and information like that. If you have any specific questions or concerns about Wednesday and or Thursday, as well as some other opportunities coming forward. Also making sure that we are reminding that for the rest of the month, we are doing our due diligence. Not only is it the rest rest of this month, but it's 365 for us. But we are making sure that we're doing our due diligence. Hence why On Your Mortality wanted to even bring tailor-made opportunities together to, just like he said, there are tons of organizations that are doing the work, and we want you to know who's doing the work, but then also some additional resources that are available to you. Also, again, that these organizations, we are continuing to come together to not only bring awareness, but to say everybody is being affected in all different kinds of ways. It is not that it's one way or the other, that one can't wash the hand with the other, but us having the conversation. It is not remiss that there's a day-to-day basis that we might be sending out communications to each other, because we are going into the schools and providing support to the youth and the families that when in fact their loved ones are killed, here in Philadelphia and surrounding areas, there are resources again that are stepping forward, whether it's providing them resources for finances to assist in the funeral homes, whether it is resources that are being provided to the family for aftercare and counseling and grief therapy, for it is very important. So we're continuing to challenge you to please be aware that for the remainder of this month in 365, we are not only going to continue to bring awareness about the plague that is going on, but we are here to give resources and to shift the different things that are going on in the community. We are consistently also continuing to stand together in the unity that we've been working towards the last 3 years, and calling to action to put them Johns down. Putting them Johns down is a call to action to end senseless gun violence, to increase the laws that are changing pertaining to making sure that individuals that are carrying firearms, they are licensed and or they are skilled to use them, rather than senselessness of our family and friends being affected by this gun violence. I want to take the time to say thank you for joining us today, Pastor, out of your busy schedule. I'm also thanking everyone who visited us today, and also remind you that Sundays is for families at some point in time. For Sundays is important to have a meal, have a conversation, break bread, have those difficult conversations, have those happy conversations. But today we're saying, before today is over and before you're ending any conversations, encourage them to do something to be a part of the shift of the cycle to prevent and interrupt gun violence. Encourage them to attend the job fair that is scheduled here on Wednesday and Thursday. And I'm also asking you to continue to support our brother as he is on the ground every day. He is headed back out there tonight at 9 o'clock, from 9 to 11, and there will be additional resources available. Pastor, I thank you. I continue to bless you and cover you, and we will continue to support your efforts.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Amina.
you. Everyone have a great Sunday. No, thank you so much. Let's continue to work together. Have a great evening. Thank you.